Hi guys, it's Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Today I'd like to continue my series on starting bushcraft. Today we're going to talk about something a little more specific. In my previous videos I dealt with general things like packs and getting your basic kit together. Now I'm going to take pieces of those kit and bring them out. And today we're going to talk about the compass. Now, all a compass is a magnet. Pure and simple. The Earth's magnetic field aligns north and south, just like those little magnets we played with when we were kids. You push them together one way and they click, and you push them away the other way and they push apart. Bone simple, that's all that is. So the needle inside of a compass is pointing at a given location, the magnetic north pole of the Earth. But not all compasses are created equal. So how can you tell if you've got a decent compass? What you need to know is this compass quick reacting? Is it going to return to true every time the same way? And is it accurate? Is it pointing the actual right degree? So here's how we're going to do this. First thing you're going to do is you're going to find a compass that you trust. Either someone has got one or whatever. Find a compass that you trust. Now, here's a little way to test it. What you want to do, is you want to find the true north-south where you're at. Don't worry about the degrees off. We'll get to that in map reading. Right now we're dealing with the true north-south. You want to set that compass down and make sure it's on a true north-south line. Now what I do is I take a piece of cardboard or something and I draw a line. And I put my compass up there and I turn it till it lines up perfectly north and south. And then I compare it with 2 or 3 compasses. And that's how I make sure that this one is reading correct. Now when you go to the store, you want to do the same thing. I take a yellow tablet and on the back of it simply draw a straight line. And then I want to put it someplace where it's not going to be affected by the magnet. Remember, this is a magnet, so that metal shopping cart counts. Don't be wearing a big old metal wristwatch or rings or any metal. You don't want any metal within 2 feet of the compass when you're trying to regulate it and determine which one of these on the shelf you want. You've picked the model you want. So you want to take it out, hold that book on something. I would go get a big box, or something that's not going to cause a lot of attention. Don't build something in the middle of the aisle. What I've done quite often is go by the housewares area and pick up one of them big tall rubber trash cans that goes in a kitchen, tote it over and just turn it upside down. You want no metal within 2 feet, and that stands up high enough it doesn't attract a lot of attention. I put my tablet up there, I set the compass that I trust that I brought with me up there, and I orientate it so it's north and south. Now I take the compasses from the shelf and I lay them up there and line them up. See which one's pointing in the same direction. Something else I bring with me, a nail or a big screw like this, and I'll show you why in just a minute. But with that, you can look at the compasses that are hanging on the shelf ahead of time and find out which ones are the most accurate. Now, I'm going to reset up and I'll show you how to actually, what I call, nail a compass and find out which one is the most accurate and the one you want for using in the field. Stay with me. Okay guys, now here's what we're going to do. I've aligned my compass north and south. And here's how I'm going to test the compass. I've got my nail with me. And I want to see this compass if it reacts to a small piece of metal and how quickly. Therefore, I've taken my upside down trash can with my pad on it, so I have a center line that I can keep reference with. And I've lined my needle up dead exact north, dead exact south along that line and allowed the needle of the compass up so it's boxed the compass and it's perfectly up and down. Now, I bring the nail to the side. Swing it. Watch it swing back. See how fast it reacts. Like 1, 2, 1, 2. And does it return to true, exactly where it was before? I don't want it to settle back due to this pivot center being a little rough or whatever. I don't want it to swing back and be a half inch, 5 degrees off this way, and next time it's 5 degrees off that way. I need a compass that reacts quickly if I'm going to use it for walking and orienteering land nav, so that it reacts to my motions quickly, not drag around. Now, let me demonstrate. This is the compass I trust, and this is the compass I use for serious land navigation. This little compass is the one that I use for just carrying in my pocket of my haversack. And as you see, it reacts fairly quickly. And it returns to true. So I can trust this compass because I've compared it to several compasses. I know it's pointing true north. I also know that it reacts to any kind of metal. Now, how far out? See, I can be 6 inches away, 4 inches away, and make that needle move. That tells me it's sensitive, and that's another thing. How far out does my nail have to be before it makes that needle move? That will tell me the sensitivity of this compass. Now for comparison. This is a cheap Chinese knockoff of a Kaminga military compass. Looks really good at first look. But, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's now pointing 10 degrees, I'd say 5 to 6 degrees actually, to the east. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Don't trust this compass. See, it's not even reacting to me with a nail sometimes. At almost point blank range. So this compass, you don't want to even trust. If you find this on the shelf, leave it. This compass, on the other hand, that I picked up for cheap. I mean, it was only like $3. But it reacts well, and it returns to true every time. That's how you find out if you can trust a compass. That's how you nail a compass to see its reaction, how far away you have to be to make the needle move. 2 inches, 4 inches. If it's anywhere 2 to 4 inches, it's fairly sensitive. This one that I trust the most, right here, this is my preferred one. It will actually move 8 inches out. This is a Silva. And 8 inches out, I can make it move. So that is a very sensitive compass. It's a very fast compass. And it's a very accurate compass. That way, I eliminate a lot of variables when I start doing land navigation. I want to make sure that my compass is correct, it's accurate, and it's quick, so that my calculations based upon it will get me where I need to go. Okay, stay with me. Okay, so what we've seen now is that all compasses are not made alike. If a compass is accurate, that means it points true north. If it's fast, which means it can be diverted and returned quickly. So as you move the terrain, the needle reacts to you. And if it returns to true every time, you can trust that compass. If any of the above are off, you cannot trust that compass. Now, on my EDC, in past videos, I pointed out I carry this little bitty button compass. And as I stated, this compass is not for land nav. This compass is for an emergency situation to keep me from walking in a circle. When I tested this compass against my good compass, I found that it was off by 15 degrees. It faced northeast at 15 degrees off true north. Now that's not bad. I can still use this compass for a dead reckoning direction, realizing that it's off by 15 degrees, but I cannot use this for any kind of land navigation. All this will do is keep me from walking in a circle. That's all. Because it can point off 20 degrees. As long as it points to the same place every time, you can use it to walk in a straight line. And this does for that. But I wouldn't know it if I hadn't checked the compass. Now, manufactured today, there's some pretty good ones out there. Price does not guarantee quality. It can, and it should. The cheapest compasses are always suspect. But test them. This compass was not expensive. This was about a $12 compass. And I use it and I trust it. I have a much more elaborate engineering compass that is very precise. It's in mils. But I only use that when I'm navigating over long distance, back when I was doing orienteering team or land nav team, where we were competing to get from A to B as rapidly as possible. For what you're going to be doing right now, you don't need it. You just need a compass you can trust. So, take a nail or a big screw with you. Find some place where you can put those compasses on a flat surface, orientate it north and south, and make sure there's no metal within 2 feet. That includes on you necklaces, if you got a big old iron pendant or something, because it will affect it. See how close you have to come to that compass with your nail before it reacts. And that'll tell you the sensitivity of it. Ideally, you want one that's got like a 4 to 6 inch circle around it. That's just my little 2 cents of how to find a good compass. Now, save your money. I recommend something like a Silva or Brunton or Brunion, however you pronounce it. Silva Ranger is an outstanding compass. There's several others. Look around. When you find the compass you want, take your money, go to the store. If there's 10 on the shelf, pull them out and check them like I just said. Find the most accurate one. It costs the same, get the most accurate. We'll deal with some more of that issue a little later about how to use it. That's coming up. But for right now, get a good compass. I hope this helps you understand compasses and some of your kid a little bit better. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.